In the last video, we saw Quang smashing a fire ant to protect his mom, but she quickly took her role as the boss of the Western Forest seriously and began demolishing the fire ants that came to attack them. Garen also helps her, and Sejun earns half of the EXP he gets from defeating the fire ants. Sejun is much faster now thanks to the carrots he ate at the Harvest Festival, but he still lacks the strength to damage the fire ants. Luckily, the Flame of Protection and his friends have got his back, and they defeat all the fire ants. After that, they spot a bunch of ants attacking the corrupted ants and taking them back to their nest as food. Sejun decides to follow them to the nest so that they can destroy it once and for all. As they reach the nest, the ants notice them and start breathing fire at Garen, so Sejun uses his skill to make it rain, giving the Jewel Frog King the advantage. He stores water in his mouth and uses a hydro cannon to defeat the ants in his way, and then Sejun tells him to destroy the nest with it too. Garen obliges and does that, but suddenly a soldier ant pops out of the nest and blocks the attack with its shield. Sejun panics on realizing that they are facing off against soldier ants this time, and he tells his friends to be ready for a tough fight. Suddenly, one soldier ant charges towards him, and he is the one who is not ready for it. He freezes because of the shock as the dangerous monster approaches him, but luckily, the mama bear has got his back. She steps up and smashes the soldier ant to bits when it is just a few feet away from Sejun and then tells him to be careful. On the other hand, Quang is also having a hard time dealing with the soldier ants, who are larger and stronger than him. Garen comes to help him and stomps on the soldier ant, but in doing that, he also sends Quang flying sideways. Garen then asks Quang if he is doing fine, and the baby bear gives him a thumbs up to say that he doesn't mind being sent flying in friendly fire. The Frog King is happy to hear that, but then suddenly, he feels something pushing against his feet, and his entire body starts moving. He finds that the soldier ant that he stomped on is still alive, and it is not just surviving but pushing back. Garen can't even process how a tiny insect can survive an attack from him when suddenly, the soldier ant shows how it is built differently. It tosses the heavyweight Frog King up in the air, who still can't believe what is happening. Sejun watches this scene in shock as he recalls the facts that he read in his science book when he was a kid. He had only heard that ants could lift up to 1,000 times their body weight, and now he has finally seen an example of that. However, this is not the time to be impressed by the wonders of nature, as Quang is still facing the soldier ant that knocked out Garen. Sejun wonders what they should do now as more soldier ants crawl out of the nest to fight against the intruders. But then Mama Bear stands up to them, declaring that she will just have to show them who is the boss of the Western Forest. She starts aura farming first, and then dashes towards the soldier ants, slashing them mercilessly with her sharp and powerful claws. The soldier ants stand no chance against her ruthless assault, and their body parts are sent flying in all directions. Even Sejun is taken aback by how ferocious the mother bear is, and he thanks God for the day he fed Quang, and that resulted in the mama bear being on his side. Next to him, Quang cheers on his mother, telling her that she is the best. Meanwhile, the mama bear is not done yet. She keeps massacring the soldier ants as she asks them if they thought they could get away safely after trying to threaten them in her territory. However, the soldier ants are not the kind to give up either, and they suddenly get into a tight-knit formation that reminds me of the movie 300. Mama Bear doesn't care that the ants have gotten fully defensive, and she hits them with her full strength, telling them to go back to the hole where they came from. To her shock, her full power punch suddenly stops on hitting the shields of the soldier ants, who decided to combine their immense strength. Sejun is also in panic mode now, as he wonders what they will do if even Quang's mom fails to eliminate the ants. Unfortunately, there is an even bigger issue waiting for him. Quang points towards the sky and asks Sejun to look above. Sejun obliges and takes a look at the sky where the blue moon has finally started. The soldier ants get more menacing and powerful as a result of the blue moon's energy and let out a loud battle cry. However, the very next moment, the screeching ant loses its head in a flash because the insects are not the only ones getting buffed from the blue moon. The mama bear also has received the energy of the blue moon, and now it is even easier for her to defeat the soldier ants. While Quang is worried about his mother, Sejun realizes what is happening. He recalls that he has appointed Kwang as a guardian before, and right now, Garen is his guardian, which is how both of them are immune from the effects of the blue moon. Kwang's mom, on the other hand, is not protected from that, and she went berserk because Aileen is not there to control her. The mama bear lets out a deafening roar as she moves closer to the soldier ants, who now realize that they are screwed. They start hesitating to attack, knowing that they can't win, but Mama Bear doesn't wait for them to get active. She charges ahead and decimates the soldier ants in an instant before letting out a victory roar. Sejun tells Kwang that his mom is amazing and she blew away the fire ant nest so easily. He says that it is reassuring that she is on their side, but moments later he is forced to take his sentence back. The mama bear turns backwards to look at her child, and though Kwang appears more or less normal to her, Sejun looks like a creepy monster straight out of horror stories. The mama bear wastes no time as she rushes ahead to protect her baby from the menacing monster. Sejun and Kwang are taken aback at this, but luckily, Gaeron is back on his feet to do his duty as Sejun's guardian. He stops the mama bear and asks her to get a grip on reality, but she is not in the mood to listen to him. She proves why she is stronger and slaps Garen away to the side, making it the second time he has lost tonight. Sejun is really in a pinch now, and he tries to protect Kwang from his mother's rampage as the baby bear is terrified of his mom. But luckily, Sejun has an ace up his sleeve that he completely forgot about. As the mother bear attacks him, the flame of protection that his apple tree cast on him comes into play and erupts from his hand. The mama bear is coated in the flame of protection, and Sejun realizes that the flame is acting on its own. Suddenly, mama bear starts screaming in pain because of the fire, and both Sejun and Kwang are worried about her. However, Sejun immediately realizes that the pain she is in is not because of the burning, but another reason entirely. He sees red energy inside her body starting to come out of her skin because of the blue flame's actions, and Sejun understands that this is the corrupted energy of the blue moon. He knows that flame's skills have the power to purify any corrupt energy, and right now, they are purifying the corrupted energy of the blue moon inside Kwang's mom. Soon, the flames complete their job, and Mama Bear returns to her normal self and somehow looks cuter than ever. However, the process of getting corrupted by the blue moon's energy and then being purified is quite exhausting, and Mama Bear starts feeling drowsy. She plops down, but luckily Garen comes there to support her, and props to him for standing back up even after being beaten numerous times in a span of hours. As Sejun and Kwang see the mama bear propped on Garen's back, Kwang asks if she is sleeping. Sejun affirms and thanks his luck that this happened, but then suddenly, a bunch of corrupted ents come at their location. Sejun and Kwang are shocked by this, and they realize that since they took care of the fire ants, the corrupted ents have nothing to fear, and they are bold enough to attack them in the open. Kwang remarks that there are too many ents around them, and what is worse, their strongest fighter is out of commission. Even Garen can't do much since he is supporting the mama bear. He tries to wake her up and tells her that it is no time to be sleeping, but she is really out of it. Meanwhile, Sejun starts fighting against the corrupted ents along with Kwang, but he gets tired quickly because they are too strong. The corrupted ents put Garen into a chokehold as well, making him unable to contribute to the fight in any manner. As Sejun turns around to check on Garen, he makes the mistake of showing his back to the enemy. The corrupted ents use their branches to grab his leg and hoist him high up in the air. Sejun screams as the corrupted ent smashes him to the ground, but luckily he has the power of indestructible body that keeps him alive despite the lethal attack. He still feels the pain of being smashed into solid ground by a giant monster and groans in pain while Kwang screams out to him, but he can't help either because the ents have got him too. The ents start strangling Sejun, trying to break every bone in his body with their strong branches, and a feeling of dread overwhelms him. He can't breathe properly, and everything hurts, and on top of that, he used up all the flame of protection earlier when Mama Bear attacked him. He wonders if this is the end of his story and thinks that it is pretty amazing for a completely normal human to last so long on the 99th floor of the tower. He thinks that coming to the tower and surviving for so long is nothing short of a miracle, but the miracle is about to end now. Seijin thinks about his friends in the tower that became an important part of his life before he even realized it. Quang keeps calling out to his mom and dad to save the day, while Garen is not in any condition to say anything. Seijin thinks that he was still too weak to go on such a mission, and he apologizes to his friends at the farm for leaving them early. He starts crying as he weakly mumbles that he wanted to make delicious food for them, when he hears a voice telling him to just make it. Seijin opens his eyes to see who is talking to him in the middle of nowhere, and as he looks up, he sees Aileen's humanoid form flying in front of the blue moon. Before Seijin can realize who she is or what is happening, Aileen releases a powerful energy from her hand that vaporizes the Ents instantly. She then brings up Seijun and his friends up to the sky with her power, and they enter a peaceful slumber. Meanwhile, Seijun is in Aileen's arms, and he looks at her gently, still not understanding that she is the tower manager. Aileen, who looks like a 10-on-10 baddie now, comforts him and then apologizes for being late. That's all for this video. We finally got what we were asking for the past few weeks, and it did not disappoint us. Aileen is finally a waifu, and she made a spectacular entry by saving Seijin and the gang from certain death. Let us see how things go on between the two of them now, and how Aileen's human form will affect her in the future. Till then, check out other videos on our channel, and subscribe if you enjoy them.